are you eating? Hang on, Meatball just stuck something in his pouch. What you got? What's that? No, you can't have that. Jesus Christ. How are you? You got a piece of leaf or something? I don't know. Christ. We're making sausage and peppers, alright? I got a request to do it, and I also got a request to do pork. So the only pork I really like is sausage and peppers. So we're doing it. I did do some prep before I got on camera, alright? Because the boys were taking forever to get the fuck out the house. So I did some. So let me just catch you up, alright? Major ingredients. Onions, which believe it or not, we use way more onions than we do peppers. Let me tell you what I'm using, and you can either have it or double it depending upon how many people you're feeding, alright? I'm using sausage. You can use regular links if you want to. These are a pound a piece, so I'm using 2 pounds of Premio. These are these tomato, garlic, and rosemary spiral sausage. Alright, I'm using 2 of these guys. I've already seared one. It's cooling. Okay? So I've got 2 of those bad boys. I'm using 4 large bell peppers. 2 humongo squatty Vidalia onions. This is the total. It's like probably 5 cups. Alright, and I diced it. Alright, so, and we're going to use garlic, of course, because I die without it. So let me just show you real quick a trick on how to peel. Just that I'm gonna step on you, booby. On how to peel, not peel, how to cut bell peppers, okay? Because the most annoying part in the universe of cutting bell peppers are the fucking seeds getting everywhere, and then you gotta pick them out. Nobody likes to eat bell pepper seeds. All right, so let me show you real quick. All right, I got you. All right, I got you now. So you take it and you kind of square it down. So here's the top. I only use red, okay? A lot of people don't know this, but the only difference between a red bell pepper, green bell pepper, orange, etc. is the length of time that it's on the stalk. All right? I know this because I used to grow them. And a green bell pepper turns orange and then red. All right? Now, while I'm chit-chatting with you, you're watching me do this. Okay? Just carve it around the big block of seeds. Okay? And throw the block out. Now, you got this little nubby thing on the bottom over here. Use him. Okay? These guys are like veins. I like to carefully carve them off. Alright? So, go through the pepper and carve off the veins. Sometimes there's seeds attached to them, like this guy. Okay? Sometimes there's not. So, just carefully carve them off, because there's no flavor on them anyway. Sometimes they're bitter, sometimes they're not. So I just hack them. And they're ugly anyway. Alright, you're good. Now, you want to make them bite-sized, alright? Now, if you're going to do these in sandwiches, you might want them lengthy, like, you know, cut them boom, boom, boom this way. I'm not, okay? I'm not doing sandwiches. I'm eating them with some garlic bread and a fork, alright? So, I'm going to cut them in bite-sized pieces. So, I'm doing boom, 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 alright? And, like I said, I did 4 of these. This is my 4th, okay? And so I'm doing 4 red peppers, large, to 2 pounds of spiral sausage, to 2 humongo Vidalia onions, All right. So let me grab my bowl, scoop my board over here. All right. So there's my red peppers. Here's my onions. Okay. It's probably about equal amounts, honestly. All right. All right. So we should be good. Now, first thing you're gonna do, we gotta do garlic too. All right. Garlic's next. But we're gonna do garlic while we got the sausage cooking. All right. So let me show you what I got. I'll show you the pan in a second. But basically, get yourself a huge pan. All right. I've got, how hot is it? It's not that bad. I've got a humongo, I think this is 16 inches. I've got a 16-inch cast iron pan. I bought this in a really fancy cooking shop in Manhattan. I fell in love with it. I needed it. I'll show it to you. Hold on. There it is. Here's my hand. There's the pan. It's that big. So I've got him going. You can see, as you saw, there's already oil in it because I already did the other sausage. You want a little bit of olive oil in it, okay? How much olive oil you throw in it is going to depend on how big the pan is that you're using. Also, is it a non-stick pan or is it not, okay? Or is it stainless steel? That's going to matter as well. So that's kind of got to be up to you to figure out. I would suggest using a little more olive oil than less when you sear the sausage. Just because you're going to need the olive oil later anyway, and it's going to be in the pan, so, you know, you're good. So, better have that than have your sausage burned. So, yeah. So, I got the pan going. It's already a little hot, because I already did the other spiral sausage. So now I'm just unleashing this guy. And then he's going in. In the meantime, you're going to need a lid, okay? That is not the lid that came with the pan. That is a huge paella lid. I have an enormous paella pot. Damn it, I need paper towels. They're out in the garage. I have an enormous paella pot. And that paella pot has a huge lid. So I stole, hold on, I'll move you. Ah! All right. So I stole that lid to use on this guy. All right. Let me get the garlic open. I'm using a meat tenderizer. What I do is I wrap the garlic in paper towel, and then I use a meat tenderizer. I wrap it in paper towel because if you don't, you will have garlic cloves flying all over your kitchen. All right. That just breaks it open. All right. You're good. Now, some of them you can take the skin off like this. Some of them you got to roll in that plastic thing, which is not a big deal at all. So, let's see what you can do. Ooh, quite a few actually I can get off like this. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. I'll just take a look at the pan and seeing how my oil's doing, if it's getting hot or not. Because the second it gets hot, sausage is going in. Now what we're going to do with the sausage, let me just explain this real quick. We are not going to cook the sausage, all right? Somebody told me that when their mom used to make sausage and Peppiz, their mom used to like cremate the sausage, okay? And it was way too overcooked and dry and gross. I'm going to teach you how not to do that, all right? When we put the sausage in the pan, our goal is simply to sear it. Okay, we're not going to cook it. We're just going to sear it, all right? Searing, if you're not familiar with searing, searing just means you get it dark enough where it looks like it's done, but it might not be done. Okay. Ooh, we're getting there. Okay. So what I'm going to do, hold on one second because you might not see me. What I'm doing is, we've got olive oil in here. I'm just moving the oil around to make sure the whole bottom is coated. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm just making sure the whole bottom of the pan is wet with olive oil. Now I'm throwing the sausage on. And I'm just dumped it. Lid goes on. Okay. I'm done. Alright. I'm gonna Mapina. Alright. So, like I was saying, searing. Searing just means you make it look like it's done. Okay? It might be pretty raw in the middle. And that's okay. You're just going to get the outside to look like it's good. Alright? That's the only point in searing. So, you're going to get a crust on it. And that's our goal here. Nothing else. So, I've got the heat up to about medium. But that's because I'm using cast iron. And cast iron holds heat really well. Alright? It gets super hot, super fast. So what I'm doing might be different than what you're doing. If you're using like a stainless steel pan or a non-stick pan, which either one is good, either one I usually do use. I just really felt like using this guy for some reason. Probably because I spent a lot of money on it. So if you want to use a stainless steel or a non-stick, then you're going to need to bump the heat up. Okay? It's like a medium-high to get it to sear. Alright? So he's going to do what he's got to do. And I'm going to stand here and try to peel garlic without using that fuzzy thing. Not fuzzy thing, the rolly thing. Because I'm not in the mood to do another dish. And frankly, I'm lazy. So tomorrow's my birthday. I'm gonna be 38, which I can't believe. I can't believe I made it that long. I can't believe I made it this long. I really can't. You know? Not to sound morbid, honestly, I'm sounding celebratory when I say the following. I mean it celebratory, I really do. I have looked death in the eye four times? Let's see. 2 craniotomies, the broken back, and there was one other that I don't remember. Maybe it was just 3 times. Oh, the staph infection. Yeah, I almost died from the staph infection. Yep. And I'm still kicking. Cockroach. I'm a cockroach. Can't kill me. Can't kill me. Crazy. 38. Anyway. So I managed to get all my garlic peeled off without having to use that rolling thing. And what I'm doing now is I'm just trimming the bottom. See how the bottom has like a really dry mass at it? I'm just cutting that off, okay, because I'm not going to use that. So, hacking that, and then we are going to hack up our garlic. And then basically our prep is done. We're just going to start cooking. The sausage is in. Okay. Alright. Yep, sausage is in. And we're good. We're good. Alright. I bought so much shit from a store. God. I'm staring at it on the kitchen counter. I gotta put it away. Oh, God. Alright, let me shut you off so I can save my battery, okay? Okay. So, whoa. It's making noise at me. So it's ready to be turned. Also, I'm going to mince garlic. And I wanted to show you how to do that. Okay? You don't just chop till you go crazy. There's like a trick to it. So let me show you what the sausage looks like seared. Okay? Hold on. Okay. It's going to make that noise because it's taking the water from the cover, and water and fat don't mix. All right. So this is going to be messy. Oh, Jesus. All right, get the lid back on ASAP, or you're going to get oil all over the fucking kitchen. Okay. You're good. Okay. So that's seared, okay? It wasn't in there for long. It really wasn't. All right. Now, I'm going to show you how to mince garlic, okay? Little trick. Trick-a-do. Show you down. Okay. All right. So I got garlic here. Now, this is a whole head, okay? Whole head of garlic. The amount of cloves that were actually in the head of garlic is going to vary, all right? Now, I'm using this little salt grinder thing. It's a sea salt grinder. I'm using this because I just bought it this weekend in the Hamptons, and I just want to get rid of it. So, whatevs. So, I'm just grinding some salt on top of the garlic, all right? Now, I've also got this little spready guy, okay? This little mini spatula. I like using him because I don't got to use my hands so much with touching the garlic off the knife, and then I don't reek like garlic for 15 days. Even though I have a stainless steel sink and I rub my hands on it, it still doesn't work very good. So what you do is you shush the garlic around in the salt, all right, and that's going to make the garlic start to sweat a little bit. What that does is stop the garlic from flying all over the kitchen, all right, while you're chopping it, okay? So now you just start, now you're allowed to start chopping the shit out of it, all right? You start doing this without the salt, it'll be flying all over the place. You're going to have pieces of garlic, like, all over in the paper towels, and clean paper towels. You're going to be like, what the fuck? And you're going to be making a mess in half, all right? Another thing I realized, I didn't tell you guys, you got to use 1 or 2 cans of these guys, okay? This is Del Monte diced tomatoes, basil, garlic, and oregano, all right? This is, I think, 14 and a half. Yeah, 14 and a half ounces. You're going to need 1 or 2 cans of those, depending upon, or 3, you know, depending upon how many pounds of sausage you use, all right? Get the diced ones, and that's going to be, like, the moisture in this, okay? So, I'm going to mush my garlic up, and I'll see you in a bit. So a lot of the water is already cooked out of the onions, which is wonderful. I just had to turn it up a little bit and leave it alone. And then I stirred it a couple times, and now it's pretty good. So if you move the pan a little bit, you can see that it's dry in the middle. That's a good thing. I'm going to leave a dry spot, and I'm going to use red wine. This is Rosso Salento. It's a really good wine to drink and to cook with. I have no idea how much that was. At least a cup, maybe a cup and a half. And I'm going to move the onions around in it. This is going to richen the flavor immensely. Now at this point you can turn it up because you're going to need to burn off the alcohol in the wine and leave just the wine flavor itself, not the alcohol. So you can do that. Now in the meantime, I've got this over here. I don't know if you can see it. All right, good. So I'm cutting the sausage into smaller pieces. If you can see, I did not kill it. It's just charred, okay? It's just seared on the outside. So what I'm doing is just working in a circle, and I just move it along that circle and just kind of scoot it as I go. And once my board gets full, I take the plastic container, scoot all the pieces in, and keep rolling, all right? So I'm gonna cut the sausage. Once the wine works down a little bit, the red peppers are going in. We're gonna cook the red peppers down just a little bit, and then the tomatoes are going in. How many cans of tomatoes you use is gonna be based on how wet you want it, all right? If you want this like really tomato saucy, like if you're making sandwiches out of it, then you might need to do an extra can. I'm gonna be eating this with a fork and some garlic bread on the side, so it's not going to be as tomato saucy, all right? I'm just trying to scoop these. All right, so like the board's pretty full. Kind of scoop it under here and not feed the dog. All right, I'm good. And then just keep rolling. I'm going to take a look in that pan in a couple seconds. I keep eyeballing it. Make sure I didn't kill it. You never want to cook with raw wine. Raw wine is disgusting. And you don't have to be uniform with the size of the pieces that you cut. Just, you know, the smaller the better, because you'll get more taste on the meat. If you make them bigger, you're just going to be eating sausage with some sauce on the side. And it's not going to be sausage and peppers, you know what I mean? It's going to be different. Alright, let me show you the pot. Let me just get this in. So we're pretty good. Red peppers on. And you're going to mix the hot ingredients on top of the red peppers, and just having heat on top of them is going to be enough to wilt them down. Okay, also don't forget that you've got the pan on pretty high. I'm going to lower that a bit. Okay, I'm going to put my oven on 400 because I've got to make garlic bread. Flung an onion on the floor. Excellent. All right. Now, you're going to have to re-salt and re-pepper these guys. Just do it lightly though. the hell just happened? I just spilled my pepper. And again, the sauce is going to sweat out the peppers. So I am going to open this bad boy and I'll be back. Alright, so I've had the tomato shit in there. I only used one can, and if you can just take a look at it, it's been cooking for a little while with the peppers and onions and garlic and the tomato shit. Okay, so I'm just gonna move it, and you can see the bottom of the pan. It's dry. All right, so I've cooked out most of the tomato water that came, like the tomato juice that came in the can of diced tomatoes. I've cooked out basically all of the alcohol that came in the wine. And I've definitely cooked down the bell peppers, but not to the point where the skin is coming off. I can't stand bell peppers where the skin is coming off. That is just yucky to me. But I do want the bell peppers tender. Alright? So I'm going to stick the diced sausage in and coat them in the stuff. Okay, I'm going to turn the pan up a little bit because our only goal right now is to get the sausage hot. We are not cooking the sausage again. Alright, we are just going to let it chill out in the stuff and get hot. Okay? It's gonna relax like a giant hot tub. So get everybody coated. And then we're gonna check for seasoning. Okay, never serve anything that you haven't checked yourself, because you don't know what the hell you're putting on the table. You could be embarrassing the shit out of yourself and you don't even know it. Alright? So, teaspoon. Find some sort of juice. Check for salt and pepper. It's wonderful. Alright, you're done. You're done. You just made sausage and peppers when you're done. Alright? So this is going to chill out for a little bit. I've got the garlic bread in the oven. Garlic bread needs like another 4 minutes. And then that's it. I'm going to yank plates and we're going to eat. Alright? I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed sausage and peppers. Have a good night.